Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video that I have been seeing all over the internet, and I've seen people like Jeffree Star do, I've seen a couple of different other people do it, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I finally got around to filming it. I went down to my local Dollar Tree and I tried to buy a full face of makeup. So if you want to see the final result of that, then keep on watching. So a little bit of background. I didn't really record in the store because there was literally no people in the store. All there was 2 employees, and I was not about to get kicked out. I did record kind of like at the end when I was checking out. Insert that footage here. I have my receipt here. So the grand total of my full face was $18.40. Now, so this is the whole face of makeup. I have mascara that costs more than that. Well, of course, the whole point of this video is to see if we can achieve a full look using only Dollar Tree makeup, which you can, kind of how you want the end result to be. So I want this, of course, to be more wearable because that's the whole point of the video / challenge of this. So I am going to be using like my favorite tools, my favorite brushes, sponges that are not from the dollar store. And when it comes to dollar store, they didn't really have a whole lot of tools per se. They had a couple Wet n Wild brushes there. They had like an e.l.f. brush, and that was really it. For that, I can't really do my full face, so I am just going to be using my regular tools. So I have my whole bag here. I didn't unwrap any of it because I wanted to do it on camera. Of course, I have nothing on my face, so I'm going to start with primer. Now, lo and behold, I did find primer at the dollar store. This is from LA Colors. Now, disclaimer, there's going to be a lot of LA Colors in this video, only because that seems to be the main brand that Dollar Tree has. They don't have like their own in-house like Dollar Tree brand, like let's say like Ulta or like Sephora does, or even like, you know, Walmart has their in-house brand. But yeah, so I found the LA Colors Smoothing Face Primer. This says color correcting on it, but it also says clear. So I'm going to take that out of the packaging. Now, of course, this is not luxe packaging at all. This is just a cardboard with a plastic insert on top of it. This is, I guess, a part of a color correcting line because I did see at the store they had like a yellow, a peach, and a green one. It also says there's a cool pink, which I didn't see there, but I did find primer. I'm just going to apply this. So for $1, you get 0.39 ounces, which I don't think is a whole lot, but then again, it's $1, so you can't complain too much. Ooh, it's got like an interesting little lip. It almost looks like a lip gloss, kind of like lip. And then the product, ooh, is white. So I don't know how much to use. I am just gonna, I guess, just use this. Ooh, this is like white paint. I hope this goes clear. So I guess I'm just gonna apply it. Oh, okay. This does feel very lotiony. Oh my god. I hope this goes clear. Oh my god. It is not going clear. Oh my god, on camera you can see how bad this is. Guys, this is literally like paint. Oh my god, I don't, like, look at that. Like, you can see like my skin. Oh my god. Yeah, my skin looks like it has like a white cast on it. It looks like I put on a really bad sunscreen. Okay, this looks horrible. This does look way worse on camera than it does in person, but this is still like not okay. I will say my pores do look blurred, so it is doing what it says. But can we just zoom in here where it says clear? Clear. No, ma'am. I don't know if I should just take this off. Yeah, I'm gonna take it off. I'm sure it's not gonna pick up on camera, but you can see the like white color. It's like tinted white. That was traumatizing. So we're just gonna skip primer altogether and just move on to foundation. I have the LA Colors Liquid Makeup. This is the Flawless Looking Skin Helps Even Skin Tone. I got this in the shade Tan. Again, they didn't really have like a wide shade range. They had like tan, medium, and light, I think. So this is very small. This is 4.2 ounces of product. A normal foundation has 1 ounce. So again, it is $1. So you can't ask for too much, but I feel like this could match pretty well. We'll see. I am gonna apply it on a sponge. So I'm gonna just... Now, it doesn't really say if it's full coverage. So on the box it says it provides complete coverage with a soft, luminous finish, ideal for all skin types. I don't know what complete coverage means, but I'm hoping that means full. So I do have about maybe like 1.5 pumps on here, and I'm just going to dot it like I always do. And then I'm just going to buff it out. Ooh. So for it being tan, this looks like it's going to be a little light. This is looking a little bit light on my skin tone, even though it does say it's the shade Tan. Now, you can see right here, or actually you can see everywhere, it's not really covering anything. So I'm not thinking this is full coverage. I really wasn't expecting it to be for $1. You can get affordable foundation. I know I have the e.l.f. one that is only like, I think like $5. One of my favorite foundations is the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation, and that one I think is like $8.99 or something like that. This is very like fragrant. It smells like chemicals and like perfume. I want to see if this builds up, so I'm going to take 2 more pumps of that. Okay, so this does look like it builds up a little bit. Not too much though. So on camera, this does look a little light. In person, it doesn't look that bad. It kind of looks like I just have like a tinted moisturizer on with like a little bit of coverage, because as you can see through here, like I have a little bit of scarring here, and it's not really covering any of that. It does look nice in here, where I have more enlarged pores. It does look nice through there. I almost want to take a little bit more, so I'm going to take 2 more pumps and kind of just build it right in here. I want to see if this gets cakey or anything. This texture doesn't really feel like it's going to get very cakey. So I want to see what happens if I build a little bit more. So that is now a total of 6 pumps that I have on my face. And I don't think it's going to get any better than this. So I'm just going to move on now. I did find concealer at my Dollar Tree. This is the e.l.f. Perfect Blend Concealer. The only shade they had was light beige. So it was either no concealer or light beige. So I went with this one. This says, provides smooth, natural-looking coverage, helps hide complexion imperfections, and even out skin tone. So this does not sound like a full coverage concealer, and that color looks dreadful. So I'm just going to put on a little bit. Oh, yeah. This feels like a very watery concealer. Like, this probably isn't going to give me any coverage whatsoever. Yeah, this feels very thin in texture. On the little packaging, it said blend out with your fingers for the most coverage. I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to take a nice stiff brush. This is for creams. This is the JH08 brush. I'm going to blend out my concealer with this instead. Ew. Oh, I don't know if you're supposed to shake this or not. I don't even know if you can see this on camera. So, right, I don't know if you can see that, but the, like, pigment is, like, separating from... Oh, I think you can see it more on this one. As you can see, like, the pigment is separating from the actual product itself. So, I don't know exactly what that... I don't know if I was supposed to shake this or not. Didn't say to shake it, but I'm sure this is, like, an older product because I've never seen this in e.l.f. Oh, my God. That looks not good. I'm actually just gonna go in with my sponge and kind of buff it out. So it did brighten my under eye, but it gave me absolutely no coverage. Like negative coverage. That did nothing for my under eye. I'm gonna go back into the foundation, take like half a pump of it and put it under my eye. See if this will give me any more coverage than the concealer does. Okay, so this already is giving me more coverage than the concealer did, but I hate using foundation as concealer because it's just going to, I already have enough issues with creasing. So I know whenever I use like a foundation under the eye, it creases like nobody's business. At least I'll be getting some coverage out of this. Again, so the foundation itself isn't full coverage either, but this is definitely giving me more coverage than the concealer did. And yeah, so it is already starting to crease, which is just amazing. So very quickly, so they did have a loose powder. Again, this is by LA Colors. This is the loose powder lightweight formula. On the box it says lightweight formula helps set makeup and creates flawless looking finish. These were shaded. This was not like a translucent shade. So it came in like light medium, and I think tan. So I opted for light medium. Oh my god, I can't get it out. Okay. So I got it in the shade light medium because of course I want my under eyes to be a little bit lighter, but I didn't want to get anything too dark to darken up my under eyes. So it does have, of course, this has one of the best like peels that even like high-end brands don't have. In this little jar you get 0.07 ounces, which is, I feel like, nothing. But this is like a miniature size for $1. So I'm going to just put a little bit into the cap. This has like a little bit of like a beigey tone to it. This is going to ruin my under eye. Oh yeah, that is so creasy. So I'm going to tap out any creasing I may have. Well, any creasing I have, because I have a lot of it. And then I'm going to dip into the powder with my sponge, like that. Set my under eye. Oh my god. This doesn't feel like a regular, like, translucent loose powder. First of all, because it's not as far as color. But this almost feels like a Bare Minerals, kind of like something that gives you coverage. I feel like it did give me a little bit of coverage under my eye. It did darken up my concealer, and that's because it is shaded. So it's not translucent. I knew this was going to run the risk of darkening my under eye. I thought since I got like a lighter shade than my skin tone, it wouldn't. So I didn't even buff out the creases on this eye because I feel like there's probably no point, honestly. That actually looks kind of nice. Like, looking at it really closely, it does nothing for the creasing. Even though it is shaded, it does go pretty much translucent, like, once it hits the skin. I'm gonna try and bake with this. So I went in and put a little bit more under my eye. And it looks, I don't know, it looks a little dry. Now, I don't know if it looks dry because of the foundation or the powder or the concealer, because that concealer was terrible. So this doesn't bake. This just like sets into the skin. Oh my god. So this foundation is starting to like separate like already on my skin. Like I can see it separating in certain places. Oh my god, it looks horrible on my forehead. I feel like if you use this foundation, you might have to use like a brush or something to like buff it into the skin. As y'all have seen in my routine before, I always set with my loose powder and then I set with like a powder foundation. So I'm gonna just do that. So I grabbed a bunch. I am going to take the bottom of my beauty blender. So I do have it at the bottom. This is a very pretty powder. I feel like if this came like in a translucent shade, this would be everything. So of course I'm looking at it with my handheld mirror, and up close it looks very smooth. It does look very poreless, but I just put a little bit on my nose and it does look a little dry on my nose. Again, I don't know if that's the foundation or if it's this powder. So I'm actually very interested in this powder because look, like it kind of, I feel like it just went translucent on this side of my face where I put it on. It doesn't really look like it changed the color of my foundation. I can tell in person that this looks a lot smoother than this side does. So it is a very pretty powder. So I can see a little bit of the luminosity from the foundation still peeking through. Even though it does seem like a really matte translucent powder, I think it's really pretty. Moving on, I did say I got a pressed, oh, this is a finishing powder. I thought this was a foundation powder. Well, either way, we'll use it. This is the finishing powder by LA Colors. I got this in the shade medium. Now, looking back, this did come in the same shade as the foundation, which was tan. But I thought tan was going to be a little bit too dark for my skin tone, so I grabbed medium in the powder, just in case. Now, I'm a little scared because I feel like, now that I feel like, well, I feel like it oxidized a little bit, but on camera it does look a little light. So I'm going to take this. This says it's set your makeup in place with this finishing powder for a shine-free, long-lasting, and smooth appearance. I got a loose powder that I use to set my makeup. And then I got an actual finishing powder. It is very tiny. You get 0.18 ounces of product. So that's how it looks like. I want to feel it. Ooh. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be too light. I'm going to take my JH03 brush, which is the brush I usually take my like Clinique compact powder with. And I'm just going to kind of lightly, ooh, that has a lot of kickback. I have a little bit on the brush, and I'm just going to, I'm going to see if this is, yeah, I feel like this is going to just lighten my foundation, so I'm not going to use that. I'm actually just going to go back into the translucent powder, the loose powder, and just set this side with it. I'm going to take this finishing powder with the JH07 brush, and I'm going to use this to lighten up my under eye, because I do feel like it's a little bit dark now. But I'm going to take this and just kind of sweep it under my eye to brighten it up a little bit. So I don't feel like this powder has any coverage to it like I initially thought it did, but I feel like this is going to work really well for just setting my under eye. It feels a little softer, but it does feel stiff. Ooh, the finish of it is very silky though. So I'm just going to take that. I don't know if you can see that, but it has a lot of kickback. It is definitely a drier powder, but I don't mind it. I'm actually going to use this to like kind of brighten up the center of my face. Yeah. Okay. Done with that. Now that my complexion is done, I usually move on to eyes. So for eyes, I got this 12 color eyeshadow palette from LA Colors again. So they did have a bunch of different eyeshadow options. They had like quad, pan, palettes. They had a couple variations of this 12 pan palette, but I felt like this was the prettiest one, and this one is more of like a smoky, rich and intense color right here. So we'll see about that, LA Colors. So this is the LAC, of course, LA Colors eyeshadow, and then it says smoky. On the box it says 12 beautiful color-coordinated color combinations in one sleek palette. Silky smooth texture allows for the eyeshadow to glide on evenly for a soft satin finish. Colors can be used individually for a subtle, natural look or blended together for a more dramatic, intense look. It's eyeshadow, so we know what we're going to do with this. So it's sealed with some tape, and it does come, comes with a plastic protector, which is nice. Didn't expect that from LA Colors. It does come with this god-awful applicator, which we're just going to yeet out of here. So this is really pretty. So of course they're blue tone shades. They do have like these, of course, like smoky colors where you're able to create like a nice smoky eye with. They are all satin. None of them seem to be very matte in finish, but I can definitely work with that. Yeah, I knew this was gonna smell. I knew exactly how this was gonna smell. Oh, this is actually in the shade Supernatural. Compact feels cheap. Everything really feels pretty flimsy and cheap plastic, but again, this is from the Dollar Tree. I want to dive into this color right here. So that does look very chalky. I'm gonna swatch it right here in my hand. Not bad. I want to swatch, well, actually it is pretty bad. But it's what I was expecting. I don't have very high hopes for this. This looks like a nice, like, teal color. Again, here we go. I'm gonna take it right here. Ooh, that one's not bad. And I want to take... So the funny thing about these is these almost come completely off when you swatch them. I want to dip into... like a darker, richer color. I'm going to dip into... I guess this is like a charcoal black. They do feel very soft. They are very soft shadows. So that's what that looks like. I'm going to put that right here. So... looks a little patchy. As you can see, they do have a little bit of a shine to them, so they are, like it says, satin finishes. I did blend out some of the concealer and I put powder on my eyelids, so I'm ready to go. There, of course, was no eyeshadow primer at the Dollar Tree, but we can just make it work. I'm going to take this brush here and dip it into this white shade as, of course, a base. And this has no mirror in it, which is not the end of the world, but what a loved one. So I want to see how... Oh yeah, these are very dusty shades, but we're going to go in... Yeah, this is more of like a satin white color. Let's go ahead and do that on the other eye. So this is... I don't know if you can see, as I flick it on the lid, it flies everywhere. So this is very satin as to where it has like very fine like micro glitter in it. So I would never go in with this kind of shade. I would want something, of course, matte, but again, we're working with what we have. I do want to do like a smoky look with this, but I don't really see like a transition color. I can probably use like that or that blue. These two shades right here look exactly the same. This one and this one look exactly the same as well. These two gray shades look exactly the same as well. So that's neat. I'm going to take this JH33. Of course, it's just a crease brush. I'm going to dip into... I guess I'll dip into this color. This is kind of like a muted periwinkle kind of color. Oh, yeah. So look at that fallout in the pan. Like, that is very dusty. Let's see if we get any color payoff. So, ooh. So I'm going to throw that into my crease. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, so this is just like a... This looks like just like a shimmery periwinkle color. Feels very smooth. It doesn't feel very dry. It blended out very quickly, and that's because it is a satin shade, not a matte shade. But again, this does have like some micro glitter in it. I'm kind of just not living for. So, as you can see, I have periwinkle eyelids, which... I don't know. I'm kind of not living for, but, you know, what am I going to do? My god, this is dusty. So I'm just going to take the same brush, because there's literally almost no pigment on this brush anymore. I'm going to dip into this darker blue color up in the corner. So that is coated. As you can see, there is just so much fallout in this pan, which, again, what are we going to do? I'm going to take that and put that into my crease as well. Oh yeah, okay, so this blue is a lot prettier than that periwinkle color. Gonna repeat it on the other eye. Okay, so that's as good as that's getting, I guess. I'm gonna now take the black in this palette and... Ooh, that had... Hello? Ooh. With this black, you really have to, like, dig in to get that. Oh yeah, this is dusty. So with the black, I'm gonna hit that on the outer edge. So I guess with the black, you can't tap off the excess because it all comes off. This palette is so dusty. Like, if I keep my eye open while I'm blending, it falls into my eye. Oh yeah, I'm getting shadow everywhere. I am going to take the loose powder. A lot of it. I'm going to take a lot of it. And I am going to take a brush instead of the sponge. And I am going to put this under my eye to catch any fallout, because there is a lot. Something like that. I don't know. So this feels... It doesn't feel like super finely milled, but it does just want to like disappear. Like once you put it on. Like you can't really bake with this powder. Like it wants to kind of just like disappear into nothing. Which is, I guess, fine, but what if I need it for this situation? Going back with the black color, like I said, and we're just going to blend that on the outer edge. Make this look very smoky. We should achieve something like this. I am going to have to go back and clean this up, but I think this is kind of just like the general shape that I want. And I'm going to repeat that on the other eye. Okay, I have the shadow pretty much how I want it. Now, none of these shades in here are like a metallic or like a shimmer shade. So I did buy this LA Colors Loose Eyeshadow Intense Shimmer. This is just an ultra-fine, long-lasting powder, can be worn alone or layered for intense shimmering color. So I got this in the shade Snow White because I feel like that would complement this eye look. This is how it looks like. It's very small, but it is filled with eyeshadow. Take off the lid, and it says it has a brush. So I'm guessing, oh yeah. So it's, ooh. So it's this little frayed, oh my god, it got everywhere. So it's this little frayed brush here. Oh yeah, you can see it there. It's this little frayed brush that it comes with. And then inside is kind of interesting looking. So it's like the brush just goes in it, and then all the eyeshadow is actually more so in the bottom. I will not be using this. Instead, I am going to grab the JH42 brush, which is like a nice small brush here. So I feel like this would be able to fit in here and not be too crazy. So I'm just going to, oh yeah, see, I just dipped it in kind of like on the side. It's grabbing some product. Okay, so I did pick it up. It is on the brush now. But before I apply it to the lid, I'm going to take this. This is Bolero. I think it's Bolero Beverly Hills is the brand. I don't know about everybody else's Dollar Tree, but my Dollar Tree has like skincare, which I probably don't recommend. But I grabbed this hydrating facial mist. This is as close as a setting spray that I can get to. It's watermelon and aloe. It says hydrating on it. The ingredients don't look too terrible. It says directions for use. Before drying off from your bath or shower, spray on the mist. Use all over the face to refresh, moisturize, and fragrance your skin. Okay, so it's fragranced, which is not my favorite. You know, it just has like glycerin, castor oil. Oh yeah, fragrance is right there at the top. And of course, watermelon fruit extract and aloe is all the way at the bottom. So this isn't the most high quality product, but again, this is $1. So I'm going to take off the packaging that this comes in. It's coming out at the top. Oh my god. Oh my god, it smells like straight up like perfume. I don't know what to do. Oh my god. Like, it was like almost like too filled, which I never thought I would say about something, but when it's too filled, it comes out at the top. This smells like a body spray. Oh my god, I got it in my Red Bull. This mister is like pretty aggressive. So I'm just going to spray brush a little bit. Dip back into the loose eyeshadow. Pick it up. Then I'm just going to place it kind of just in the center of my eye. Okay, yeah. Very sparkly. It's like microfine glitter, of course. Now we have the white shimmer on both eyes and on the inner corner. Now I'm going to move on to doing my brows. For brows, I found this. This is the Colormates Brow and Eyeliner Pencil. So it's 2 different pencils for the price of $1, which makes them 50 cents each, which this makes it like a really good buy if it's good. A couple claims that I saw, it's paraben free. It's also cruelty free. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so I have 2 pencils here. I grabbed the color black just because my eyebrows are black and I want black liner, so I thought it made sense. So I have 2 pencils here. They both say eyeliner pencil. So I don't know why you would get 2. I'll use one for the brow and one for my liner. That way I don't cross-contaminate. Now, this is a really big pencil, so I hope this is good. So I'm just going to kind of swatch it right here. Ooh, yeah, that's soft. It reminds me of like a Kajal pencil, like a MAC Smolder pencil. Really nice. So I'm just going to use this to fill in my brows. This is very pigmented. Just working it in very softly. This is nice because you can do like little strokes. Now, I do have a problem with this. So it doesn't have a spoolie in the end. But I'm just going to grab my Anastasia 12 brush and just spoolie the product through. So this is nice because even though it is pigmented, it is giving more of like a soft kind of like look to the brow. It's not very like harsh or stark, which I am happy about. Now I'm going to do the other brow very quickly. So this is a soft pencil. I do think I like this actually, so I will continue to use this. Now for liner, I'm gonna curl my lashes first. Now I'm gonna go back and finish the eyes. So first I'm gonna curl my lashes. Funny enough, I did buy this at Dollar Tree like a year or two ago. I do like it, it works really well. So I'm just gonna curl my lashes. Before I go in with mascara, I'm gonna do my eyeliner first. So I did thankfully find a liquid eyeliner, but in a felt tip. This is the LA Color Eye Marker Slim Felt Tip Liner. It says it's smudge proof. On the box it says, from thin to dramatic lines, the liner does both with ease and a flexible slim felt tip combined with smudge proof formula for instant and beautiful results. So we will see about that. Now this is the tiniest liner I have seen. So just in comparison, this is my Stila Stay All Day liner. So this has 0.16 fluid ounces in it, and this one has 0.2, so you can see the biggest difference there. So we're gonna open it up. Ooh, it is in a little felt tip, and I'm just gonna go, ooh, that is not, I don't know if you could see, yeah, so that's not like the blackest formula. So I'm actually going to swatch the Stila one right next to it. This one right here is the Stila, and this is the LA Colors. So I give it a good shake. Now I'm just going to go in and do my top liner with this. Yeah, definitely not the blackest liner I own. The felt tip is also very stiff, so it's not really like gliding on with my eye shape. It is kind of like tugging a little bit. It is a very thin liquid formula. When I try to go over some of the lines, I feel like it kind of does remove the product. I mean, it's on. I can't say it's not on, but it's definitely not the best. Yeah. So I'm just going to do the other eye really quickly. Okay, so the liner is on, but this is definitely not my favorite formula at all. Now that I have my liner on, I'm going to move on to mascara. And for mascara, I have the LA Colors Volumizing Mascara. They did have a bunch of different formulas, but I am going to be just honest and say that I am not very hopeful of this product. I am not particularly the pickiest when it comes to mascara, but I know I have very short, very sparse lashes, so if this doesn't really do much for me, I'll know pretty much very quickly. But it says extreme volume. It has a curved wand. It is, again, a smaller component than any other mascara I own. It says, create gorgeous lash look. Volumizing mascara goes to work to deliver lashes that appear thicker and more defined. So this does say it is going to give me thicker lashes. This is it right here. And, ooh, this looks like a very wet formula. So I'm just gonna show you, look at that. It does have a very curved wand, which I don't know if I love yet, but it does look very wet and shiny. Go in and just apply this. So this brush is huge, so I am very careful with it. Normally with these kind of brushes, you kind of want to use the curve first and then kind of push in the product. I will say initially it is coating my lashes very quickly and very easily. Now I'm going to turn the brush and kind of push up the product. It is separating my lashes, but I don't see a whole lot of volume happening. It's not the most exciting formula for sure, but I do the other eye, and by the time I'm done with this eye, I'm going to go in and do another coat and see if that does anything. After 2 coats, it doesn't look super exciting. Like I said, I did not go into this being super excited about this product, but I mean, it does work. My lashes are very coated, but it doesn't look like from far away, it doesn't really look like I have anything on. So yeah, don't really love this, but again, it's $1. I'm going to take my palette, I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line using my favorite JH40 brush. So I'm going to dip into the black color first. I'm going to connect it to the outer edge. Now that I have laid down that little bit of black, I'm going to go into the blue color in the corner and blend that just under the black color. Then we're going to take the other eyeliner pencil that we did not use on our brows, and we're going to use this in the waterline. So that was pretty stiff for the waterline. As you can see, it did work, but it is pretty stiff. Yeah. So eyeliner is, like I said, stiff, but it'll work. Okay, so now we're done with the eyes. Now let's move on to the rest of the complexion. So now we have bronzer, blush, and highlighter. we're going to start off with bronzer, which is the LA Colors. It says powder blush, but of course this is a bronzer. This is a velvety finish, highlights cheeks. So it says bronzer on there. So I'm going to just say this is a bronzer. This says silky smooth blush, adds a touch of color that stays true for hours. Used to contour, color, and highlight cheeks beautifully. So I don't like that this is saying that it's a highlighter too. But it's funny because I feel like my sister had this exact same bronzer back in like 2009. So this is what it looks like. It is very reflective looking. So I'm just going to go in with my finger. Ooh, I think that was just like an overspray. So it does look very, very metallic. So now I'm just going to go right here. Oh my god. That's basically like... This is basically a gold highlighter. But I think it was an overspray. No, it's like that all the way through. Well, this is really the only bronzer option they had. I'm going to go in with more of like a skinnier kind of brush so I can really get into the small pan. And I'm just going to coat my brush, go in and bronze the face. Yeah, that just looks like it's putting highlighter on my face. And it's not really giving me like a bronzy color at all. Like, I don't think this is bronzing my face in the least bit. Is it picking up? I don't know if it's picking up. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this has to be picking up on camera. Like, this is super, super shiny. Like I said, this is the only bronzer option they had at my Dollar Tree. What most people do in this kind of, like, video I've seen is they use, like, a darker foundation powder. But the darkest foundation powder was, like, tan, which would have, I feel, matched my skin tone. See, look. Yeah, right there. You can see that shine coming through. Okay, so I don't like this bronzer. It's going to be a no from me. Let's just move on to blush. So for blush, I have this Colormates blush. This is called Mauve Alous. What is that? I don't know what that word is. Leave it down in the comments if you know what that word is. Colormates blush is made out of premium quality materials. Goes on evenly, blends in, create personalized look, blah, blah, blah. It's blush. So we are just going to go in. God, I don't understand. See, this, I would never use this. Like, ew. No. This is a nice size pan, though, for a blush. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to go ahead and grab my Lancome blush brush and just go right in here. And it's so, I don't know. It does have color on there. Ooh, that is very dusty. But I'm just going to use this and blush up. Ooh, so this is pretty. This is very pretty. Love that. Ooh, this is actually very pretty. Just go in with my sponge and kind of just pat that out a little bit. Like I always do, because as you guys know, I do not love blush. But that's very pretty. I think that looks very natural on the skin. Yeah, love that. So this one is actually very pretty. Go Colormates. I love how it just says blush in the back. But yeah, really pretty. Love this. Again, cheap packaging, but if it works, it works. Now, for highlighter, I grabbed another one of the LA Colors loose eyeshadow, but this is more this is called Honeysuckle. Very pretty, very cute, but it is more of like a champagne-y color, which I feel would be perfect for highlighting my skin tone. Since I grabbed this, you can probably guess that there was no highlighters at my Dollar Tree. So again, it comes with this nasty little brush, which we're just going to put that aside. I'm going to grab my JH09 highlighting brush and go just right in here. So it is, I mean, there is some on there. So I'm going to tap off a little bit. And I'm just going to, of course, hit the high planes. This is very pretty and very reflective. So I feel like this is emphasizing my texture a little bit, which I'm not surprised about because it is an eyeshadow. So normally with highlighters, they're milled and pressed differently, so they won't emphasize your texture. Not to say that all of them don't. There's definitely some highlighters out there that do emphasize my texture anyway. It does look really pretty as a highlighter. Like, that's super pretty. Like, even when you just, like, turn, it reflects so pretty. So I don't hate at all. There was no lashes. Usually there's like really ugly lashes that I felt like if I found some I could just stack them, I want to just like, I feel like this look just needs like a little lash. I'm gonna put it on. See, yeah, like just a little lash just really brings it together. Since that mascara did nothing, I feel like these lashes will definitely just bring it all together a little bit better. They're not super dramatic. They're the Eyelure and Thalia lashes, so they are very like wispy, not super like thick and full like other lashes that you have seen on my channel, but they're just very pretty. And I feel like they just give this look like that extra pop. And now we're done with the highlighter and I put some lashes on and things look a little bit better. We're gonna move on to the final product, which is lip. For lips, I do have a couple products. For lips, they had so many options, so many lipsticks, so many glosses. I don't feel like I needed to get that many lip options because, as y'all know, I'm very picky with lip products. I'm very picky with the way lip products look. I grabbed 2 lip liners. One is in Peachy Feels and one is in It's Perfect. So one is more like nudie and the other one I guess is more peachy. I thought it was more pink, but we'll see what they look like. And then I grabbed a plumping gloss, which I am very excited to try out. I feel like this is going to be very pretty on the lips, but we will see. I'm going to, of course, take everything out of the packaging very quickly. So for the lip liner, it says, long-lasting formula smoothly lines, shapes, and accentuates lips beautifully. Outline with color, yeah. Lip liner. So I have the 2 lip liners here. I have It's Perfect and Peachy Feels. They are retractable liners, as you can see. I'm going to swatch It's Perfect right here on my hand. It's just like a light nude color. I mean, it feels creamy, but it does feel a little stiff, which I do like in my lip product anyway. And then this is Peachy Feels. Okay, so that is Peachy Feels on top. They are kind of similar in tone, but of course Peachy Feels is a lot darker. So I think I'm going to go with Peachy Feels and outline my lips. I feel like you do have to press a little bit hard for the pigment to come off. Yeah, I do feel like you have to push pretty hard for the pigment to come off, which I don't love. I love a softer lip product than that. But I'm actually just going to take It's Perfect and put that right in the middle. I actually love this color for just highlighting the middle of the lip. Then we're going to move on to the gloss, which I'm very, very excited about. This is the LA Colors. Both of the liners were by LA Colors, and so is the gloss. This is the Plump Gloss. Instantly plumps tingling sensation. I got this in the shade Shocker. Tingling formula creates fuller looking lips while adding subtle hints of color. Now, you guys know I don't really love like a full opaque lipstick. I do prefer more of a gloss. So I grabbed this one because this is a really pretty nude peach with some sparkle. It looks like it has some like gold flecks in there. So I am just going to apply that. Very interesting like little doe foot. It's got more of like a curve to it. But I'm just going to put this on. Ooh, that is so pretty. I love this color. They had so many colors in this formula. And I wanted to get all of them, but of course I held off. This smells amazing. It smells like, I don't know. It doesn't smell like cake. It's kind of like sweet. I love this curved applicator because it hugs right at the bottom of the lip. Love that. I don't feel any tingling yet. Ooh, this is so pretty. I love this. I think I'm going to go get this in every color. So I don't feel any tingling yet, so I guess we'll just wait through the rest of the video. Now, of course, the final step is setting spray. So, like I was telling you earlier, this Bolero Hydrating Facial Mist is the closest that I found to a setting spray. I used it earlier to, of course, wet my brush, but I don't know if I want to put this on my face. It kind of smells like very perfume soap. Doesn't even really smell like watermelon at all. I'm very kind of disappointed in that. I guess we're just going to go in and use this as a setting spray. I'm scared. I'm like scared to use this because the mister is so aggressive. Oh god. Okay. So I am drenched, as you can see. Now I'm going to take my fan. Like I told y'all in an earlier video, I don't remember which video it is, but I bought this at Dollar Tree as well. It kind of got in my mouth. It doesn't feel sticky or anything, so that's nice, but I don't know. That smell and that mister just does not do it for me. I mean, it made my highlighter even more like, oh yeah, see? It made my highlighter super glowy, But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel, I don't know. I feel like this might break me out. Like, and the mister, like, I can't get over the mister. It didn't, like, move any of my makeup, and it didn't make anything look too crazy. I feel like it brought things a little together. Would I have preferred, like, my MAC Fix Plus? Absolutely. But this is what we had to work with. So the thing with this, like I told y'all, there's like skincare now, but they also have like body sprays, which are kind of like in a similar bottle. So if you're going to be, I don't recommend this, but if you're going to be looking for it for $1, be careful with that. So at the end of the video, I feel like we are able to achieve a really wearable look using only Dollar Tree makeup. Now I will say, not everything is a home run like I was kind of expecting it to be. I was very hopeful going into this video. If you can get a whole look for $18, that's amazing. I feel like there's just some products that you just can't get for $1. I'm gonna list some of the things I did like and some of the things I didn't. I did like this loose powder. So I did like the way this performed and made my skin look. I kind of want to try this with like other products that I know and love already. The foundation I feel is alright for $1. I don't think it's the most amazing product in the world, but for $1, again, this, and actually now that we're at the end of the video, I do feel like this oxidized a lot. So this started off like I said earlier, it did start off a little bit light and it did oxidize, I feel like. Now I don't know if that was like the foundation itself, I don't know if it was the powder combo, I really don't know, but I do feel a lot darker than I first initially started. I did like this little powder. Now, I feel like this is really good for like packing under the eye because it's very sheer, but it did kind of like help brighten everything up. I do love this blush. So this Colormates blush is nice. I do see myself using this in the future. I do really like this. I also really love these loose eyeshadows. These are so good. I feel like I will definitely use these in the future. I didn't hate this eyeshadow palette, but I feel like I can definitely find something for better quality, of course, at a higher price point. But for $1, I feel like this works very well. As you can see, everything did blend really well. But I had loved a couple matte shades, of course. But, you know, like I said, we're working with $1. Now let's move on to things I did not like. This concealer can go to hell. The eyeliner, I did not like either. The mascara, I knew I was not gonna end up liking this, but you know, it's just a mascara. This bronzer is not it for a bronzer. I think I will maybe in the future use this as an eyeshadow since it is very sparkly. It's a very pretty color, but not for a bronzer. The lip liners for $1 aren't terrible, but definitely aren't my favorite formula. This, I don't think I will ever use again, the hydrating mist, only because the mister is too aggressive and it just smells like perfume. I feel like we did find some wins and some misses, of course, in this video. I do feel like we found more wins than misses, so I'm very happy about that. I did like filming this video. It was very fun for me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, guys, of course, please. Tell me, what do you think of my Dollar Tree look? Do you think I flopped it? Do you think it worked? Tell me down in the comments. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.